Welcome, ladies and gents, to the preview of the Brazilian Grand Prix. The race is coming thick and fast. The last of the first triple header run before we get to the end of the season now. It's coming to the end of what's been an absolutely brilliant season. Round 21, it's a sprint race weekend this weekend. My favourite race circuit of the year. Never disappoints, does it? We've got 15 turns, 2 DRS zones down into turn 1 and turn 4. We get all the action there, don't we? 4.3 kilometres, a 71 lap race, a 1 minute 10 is the fastest lap held by Valtteri Bottas from 2018, would you believe? Last time out, though, we got brilliant action, didn't we? Before we even turned the wheel, Charles Leclerc dropped it, had a hydraulic issue, crashed on the formation lap. We got the turn lap one incident, Albon going out that time again. We got the battle right at the front, didn't we, early on for a little bit. Norris versus Verstappen, the two championship contenders. Would we see that again this time? Who knows? It was a cracking last lap as well, wasn't it? Fernando Alonso stealing the march on Sergio Perez, who just passed him the lap before. A brilliant move, and he won by 53 thousandths of a second to the lap to get onto the podium. The Mercedes struggled where the years before that they did really well there. So anybody knows it's anybody's games. It should be absolutely brilliant. I can't wait for the action to get going here. It starts on Friday. The weather conditions for the weekend, we've got mixed conditions. Friday there's dry but 49% chance rain. On Saturday there's thunderstorms, a 59% chance rain for the sprint and the qualifying for the main race. And Sunday we've got 75% chance rain as well, so we can have mixed conditions. It always delivers regardless of the weather, and it looks to be even more topsy-turvy. We could see some surprises here, couldn't we? Pirelli bringing the softest tyres in the range, the C3 for the hards, the C4 for the mediums, and the C5 for the softs. It's normally a two-stop strategy around this circuit. We may see a three-stop. We've seen Ferrari do that in 2022, and they came third and fourth in the end with that strategy. And we could even see a one-stop. Very unlikely, and that's probably if we get a long safety car, but they tend to throw a red flag when we see that now. Predictions for this weekend. Oh, it's a tough one. For the sprint race, though, I'm going to go for a Charles Leclerc win. Lando Norris to come home second and Max Verstappen in third. For the qualifying for the race, I'm going for a Lando Norris pole position. I'm going for Charles Leclerc in second place, and third, Carlos Sainz. I think the Ferraris will be good again here this weekend. They've been the best car of the block, haven't they, since the return of F1. For the race, I am thinking Lando Norris will take this one. Charles Leclerc second, and Max Verstappen to come home in third place. I think it will be a good weekend again for the Ferraris, and if they can pull off, that would be brilliant. Another couple of podiums, and they'll be right in the hunt in the Constructors' Championship with that one. I'm predicting it'll be a bit of a struggle for Haas this weekend. They've had a really good run, but for some reason I think it's going to end here somewhere. I'd be massively surprised if it's not, but they've gone well here before, and in mixed conditions if you can get it right, and they have done that before when Magnussen stole that pole position all them years ago. It's obviously and possibly on. Let's take a quick look at the Drivers' Championship. Max Verstappen leads the way, 362 points. Lando Norris just 47 behind now after that 10-point gain last time out on 315. Still an awful lot of way to go with just 4 races to go, but with a sprint weekend here, he can make big points on Verstappen. Charles Leclerc in third place, 291 points, just 24 behind Lando Norris, and even still he could beat Norris into second in the championship. Oscar Piastri 40 points behind on 251 points in fourth, and Carlos Sainz in fifth place on 240 points, and just 11 points behind Oscar Piastri now. He was a big gainer after that big win last time out. In the teams, though, it's massively close here. McLaren still lead the way, 566 points. Ferrari now jumped Red Bull after their wins last time out, and 29 points now just behind McLaren, so they'll be looking over their shoulder at them. 537 points for them. Third place, Red Bull, 512 points, 25 points behind Ferrari now. 54 points behind McLaren, so a lot of work for them to do. Mercedes in fourth place, awful long way back, 366 points. The battle for P6, Haas now lead the way, 46 points. They've got a 10-point gap on Racing Bulls, who are on 36 points, so a really good couple of races for Haas in that Constructors Championship. The big news potentially ahead of this weekend, Max Verstappen could be taking an engine penalty. It's only going to be 5 places drop on the grid, because we've seen he already had a 10-place penalty for his previous one. The second infringement is just get a 5-place penalty, so we could see him with more work to do. This is probably the best place of the last 4 races that you can see for him to take it. There's plenty of overtaking opportunities. We've seen Lewis Hamilton to do that in 21, didn't he, and overcome penalties and things like that before. So probably the best one to do, where you can really limit the damage here and come home with some decent points and strategize well if you know you're going to do that early doors. But it's all set to be an absolutely cracking race weekend. It starts Friday with the sprint qualifying. I cannot wait for the action to get going. I'm so glad this race has just been back to back after that massive 4 long week break, didn't we, before these 2 quite brilliant races we've had last time out, and it's just whet the appetite brilliantly for Brazil. It should be fantastic. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment as always. See you next time.